Hi YouTube, this is Bonnie with Old Souled Mermaid, and today I'm going to be doing a side-by-side comparison of Chris Ann Donnelly's The Light Seers Tarot. Now this one that you see over here on the left is the Kickstarter version. Though I didn't back it on Kickstarter, I didn't even know about it. I got it after the Kickstarter with the pre-order. And then yesterday I received the new release of the mass market version produced by Hay House, and I purchased mine. I pre-ordered it a while ago on Amazon and I received it yesterday. So the cellophane is still on this one. I haven't gone through it, so we're going to open it right now and do a side-by-side comparison. So we're going to take the cellophane off right now and try to be careful. So you can see I have not been through this at all. Alrighty, I can tell the box is beautiful. I'm going to check the sides to see that there's no major dings on the corner, because you know, with Amazon, their packaging, they throw tarot decks in just a lightly padded envelope. They don't care. And I have sent things back, or most recently my Mystical Dream Tarot, and got a replacement copy, which was in much better shape. So, all right, so you can see there's quite a bit of difference between the two as far as packaging. There's been lots of unboxings of the original, so we'll just go through that really fast. So you know it's a magnetic closure side box. It's wider, and the guidebook obviously is going to be wider. And I can see right now, I'm working through the guidebook right now, and I'm going to be using this one for a while because it's bigger. The way it opens up, you know, it lays more flat than this smaller one will. So I'm going to be using this guidebook. And then the other thing, well, we'll get to it when we open it, but the cards come nestled in a two-piece sectioned off box. So it is kind of a pain to get them out, but there was no other way to do that with the guidebook being as it is. So, and this is a beautiful box. I'm sure you've all have seen it. Beautiful. A journey of sunshine and shadows. So we're going to put this off to the side because most of you are very well aware of it. And the other thing with the Kickstarter is you've got these beautiful green edges, matte green. The cardstock is thick, matte rose petal. I don't know, is it somewhere between 350 and 450 GSM. So that is the Kickstarter deck right here on the left. And now we will open the new mass produced version. And I love the color saturation of this box. It's beautiful. And this is the cover is of the High Priestess card. And the book is bright, bright and beautiful. And I'm going to see now that we've got the packages opened, if I can just get in just a little bit. Okay, the guidebook is nice, thick and chunky. It looks very similar as far as the content to the original Kickstarter. It has a lovely smell. I can smell it. Fresh ink. I can smell it from where I am. So let's see. She has the spreads, which are in the original guidebook. She has the Light Seer and the Shadow Seer meaning of the cards, or reversals. And there's about With the acknowledgments, 183 pages in this book. Now let's move that aside for a second. Let's compare it to the guidebook with the acknowledgments, 298 pages. So what I can tell you way off the bat, right off the bat, is like in the major arcana, in the Kickstarter guidebook, she has a lot of input from the community for many of the cards, commenting on the cards because she asked for feedback while she was creating the deck. And she asked some questions here, journaling prompts, questions for the Seer. And let's see if this has that. I know it doesn't, I can tell right off the bat, it doesn't have, you know, the customer or input or interpretations, obviously, because this has a lot fewer pages. Does it have prompts? It does not seem to have the journal prompts in it either. But it has, I think, the major content for the meanings of the cards. And she does have the same little affirmations for each card. So it's a good chunky little book for a mass market deck. Very beautiful, very bright and vivid. So let's see the cards. It's a nice, thick, heavy cardboard box. Yeah. And this is the back of it with a UPC code on the back. We'll put that off to the side. It's got a little paper band, which easily comes off. So right off the bat, you notice the mass market does not have the beautiful green edging. It would just be, this would put this at a much higher price point if it did. So, and I think everybody knew that. Chris Ann mentioned that right off the bat when she mentioned that this was going to be mass produced. So the cardstock does have, it's very matte, not quite that rose petal finish, but it's a very nice matte, not glossy. So let's look. I would say looking, and I'm doing this in nice, bright, natural sunlight. The color saturation, the blues are a little bit more vivid in the mass-produced. Now let's check out size. Let's try to line these up. I would say they're about the same size. It looks to me that I would say they're about the same width. I'm noticing a difference. Something seems different though. And I think it's the corners. It's the corners. They seem to be, if you can pick that up, they seem to be more round. And this is a smaller corner edge on the Kickstarter, a larger corner edge on the mass-produced. But I do love the color saturation. Nice, bright, and vivid. Yes, you can see how the blues really, really pop. So that's the Fool. Now there's not going to be, I believe, not that I'm aware of any difference in the card imagery other than the Ten of Swords. People who backed the original Kickstarters got a different Ten of Swords card. If you pre-ordered it like I did, it's going to be a different Ten of Swords card, and I believe the same one's going to appear in the mass market version. So here we go with the Magician. Very, very similar. This cardstock is thinner. Will be easier to shuffle than this one. This one you've got to break in a little bit. I can already tell that. I don't know if I'm imagining it. The purples might be a little more vivid in the mass market. Here's the High Priestess. Again, this is so similar. Again, I would say the blues maybe a tad bit more, the blue-green a tad bit more saturated, vivid on the mass market edition, but just barely imperceptible. A little bit deeper in person. I can see a little deeper more, color saturation in the mass market. So I think that's going to be a theme. So I will stop saying it. But as you can tell, you can really tell on this card the red in the Emperor's shirt is quite a bit more brighter. So I like it. I like it quite a bit. The Hierophant. These cards seem bigger to me, and I think it's because of the larger corner rounding, but when I hold them together, you know, it's imperceptible, but I do think that the mass market is just a tad, just ever so slightly whiter. The Lovers. This one's, again, I can see the pop of red. The red is brighter. Strength. This wonderful Hermit card. The World. Justice. The background is a little bit more vivid again. Hay House did a wonderful, wonderful job in recreating this. I mean, for this price point, you know, 20 bucks, they couldn't, I don't think they could have done any better. It's really good quality. Death, Rebirth. Again, the red, I don't know if you can see it in this bright light, but again, it's more vivid. I can see right off the bat the yellow and golds are a little bit more warmer in the Temperance card. This wonderful Devil card. Again, the greens are brighter, more vivid. Let's see. So yes, that's just the original is just a little bit more muted, but that's not, you know, that's not a bad thing. It's just a difference. The Moon. Yeah, just holding it in my hand, the mass market is just a tad bit wider to me. And like I said, the difference is in the corners. The main difference is in the corners. They're the same height. Yeah, this has just got a little bit more pop in her top. Do you see the black in her top? The World. The Ace of Wands. Two of Wands, Three of Wands, Four of Wands, the Five of Wands, the Six of Wands, Seven, the Eight of Wands. This one is actually very, very similar. I can hardly tell a difference. Nine of Wands. I love this Ten of Wands card. The Page of Wands. You see that? The Knight of Wands, getting a little bit more brighter, fiery. The oranges and reds just pop just a little bit more in the mass market. And I hope this is picking it up. I'm doing this, what time is it? It's about 11:30 almost. Bright sun here in Texas. The Ace of Cups. The Two of Cups. Now here, this is about the same. Because it's pastel-y, I can't notice a difference. Three of Cups. This one is a big color pop to me with the mass market. The Four of Cups, big difference. Five of Cups. Six of Cups. The Seven. You can see his shirt is a little bit more saturated, the blue. Eight of Cups. Nine of Cups. And this one is very, very similar. I can't really tell a difference on that one. And hardly in this one either, the Ten of Cups. Yeah, so, I mean, image-wise, looking at these very quickly side by side, I don't see a difference. Anything added, anything really taken away. Oh, I do see a difference here. If you can see the line striations that are coming out from behind this Knight of Cups, they're white. And in the mass market, they're a green. And I don't know if that's picking it up, but take my word for it. Queen of Cups. And the King of Cups. Even the font for the letters, the writing is the same as the original. Ace of Cups. I'm sorry. It's the Ace of Swords. We are done with the cups. Two of Swords. Again, I see deeper saturation in her black top. The Three of Swords. Four of Swords. Five of Swords. Six of Swords. The Seven of Swords. favorite card. The Eight of Swords. Deeper saturation in the blue-green in the background. Also her hair of this girl right here. A little bit deeper, seems to be a little bit more highlighted. She's got her highlights in. Nine of Swords. And this is the 10 of Swords card, which will be different if you have the original. If you back this deck on Kickstarter, you'll have the original 10 of Swords card, which was changed to this for pre-orders and the mass market. Page of Swords. Knight of Swords. The Queen of Swords. King of Swords. Into the final suit, the Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. Again, reds and oranges, a little bit more vivid. Three of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. I can see the gold in her head wrap. The yellow golds are more vivid, as is the red in her dress. The Five of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles. The Seven. The Eight of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles. And probably one of my favorite King of Pentacles. You see that? So that is it. Let's take a look. Straighten the decks out and see, you know, how they are as far as thickness. I'm looking at the mass market, and it seems to be fairly thick. But I know this one is heavier cardstock. This one seems to be a little bit more bowed, kind of bending forward, and this one is straight. So I don't know if it's an illusion, because you can feel it that this is thinner cardstock. Not bad by any means. For those who love to riffle and bridge shuffle, this is going to be wonderful for you. My small hands. So yes, it riffle shuffles very easily. And I will just say that, let's take a look at the backs before I go. I would say that the mass market is darker. The Kickstarter pre-order one, it has more green in this space right here, whereas the space right here is black with the you know, the green line work. But yes, this space is black, whereas this is black kind of mixed with green, and you can totally tell. I don't know if you'll pick this up on the camera. It still has the little imperceptible striations that go out. So yeah, I think the Kickstarter deck is beautiful, and now that the mass-produced deck is here, I think I'm going to retire this one for a bit. I did take it out once to do a couple of readings, and I was like, oh my gosh, nervous about it, and luckily nothing happened. You know, I didn't allow drinks on the table. They had to be under the table, but now I have this and I don't have to worry about it. Very reasonably priced for the pre-order. I think I got it at 18 and then it was 20 with the tax. And I can, you know, work the hell out of this and not worry about it too much. You know, after working with the Kickstarter one, I'm like wishing this was edged, and I'm not very good at edging unless the cards have a black border and a black backing. You know, I will edge with black marker, but these are all different colors. I did see somebody on Instagram take kind of a metallic blue or green to it, and it looked wonderful, but I don't have the courage to do that, because I think I would get, you know, get it to bleed some of these cards. I mean, it would be fine with this and maybe with this, but then you've got all these other bright and beautiful colors, and I don't think I could do it unless I could hire somebody to do it for me, or I could buy another deck. It is certainly reasonable. So I'm still working through the guidebook, and while I do that, I'm definitely going to use this one. But as far as now as using and working, and I'm glad I have this deck so I don't have to feel like I have to handle this one with kid gloves. And I know there's a saying, you know, use the good china, but this is just valuable to me, and I will probably take it out for readings for myself. But for studying, for working, for reading for others, this is the one I'm going to be using. So let me know if you had any got any value from this video. Subscribe or like. If there was anything you didn't know about the differences in the deck. If you have both versions as well, are you going to sort of retire the Kickstarter version and just make a workhorse out of the mass market? If you missed out on the Kickstarter, will you be getting the mass market now that you know there's going to be a lot of comparison videos and things coming out? Let me know what you think. Comment in the comments below, and I hope you had some value from this, and I will be along probably soon with another deck unboxing and review, among other things. So have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.